Hello, my name is Nazareth Solomon Bryant, and today I will commemorate on behalf of my grandmother, Marion Nzinga Stamps, for her work ethic, her love, her courage, and her strength as a black woman. I believe my grandma should be known for her fight in equal rights and the equal rights movement for black folks and in the Cabrini Green community. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks are big names around the United States for standing and fighting against racial discrimination, civil rights, and racism. However, there were also people within these smaller communities fighting for justice and equal rights to help their living spaces become better environments overall, just like the rest of the country. People like my grandmother, Marion Nzinga Stamps. My grandmother moved to Chicago in 1963. She quickly became involved in the civil rights movement and the fight for better living conditions in the Cabrini Green Project community on the north side of Chicago. As an African American woman who was born in Mississippi, there was not much given to her. She fought against the Chicago Housing Tenants Organization, addressing many issues with the public housing buildings. Let's move on to our first point. She teamed up with William Darden and helped organize during Dr. Martin Luther King's stay on the west side of Chicago. The Black Panther Party quickly caught on to her outstanding work and she became a member. As a woman who is also in politics, she served as a volunteer working for the U.S. Illinois Representative during 1978 Curtis Collins campaign. 5 years later, in 1983, she angered newly elected Mayor Harold Washington because she proposed a strike going against the rent for the poorly maintained housing on the north side of Chicago. Next, she formed a union of tenants to collaborate with them on reconstructing their housing and housing environments. Shortly after this, she ran for alderman of Chicago's 27th Ward. She ended up losing to Walter Burnett. This aldermanic election resulted in one of the most expensive elections in Chicago's history. Finally, my grandmother, Marion, fought with all her strength and soul. She influenced black and brown people to move out of white neighborhoods and grow back into black communities. She did this because she did not want the black community to be taken over. As she did this, more black folks became educated in their history and in their knowledge on their communities and how important they are. Now that we have discussed her contributions to her community and her people, let's bring this to a close. My grandmother was born with a heart condition which worsened as she got older. She was the mother of 5 daughters, all of which became teachers of some sort, and her youngest, Justice Stamps, became the owner of the Marion Nzinga Stamps Youth Center and Marching Band. Her middle child, my mother, Tara Stamps, has won many teaching awards and has ran for alderman of Chicago's 37th Ward for 2 consecutive times, losing to Alderman Emma Mitz. And this year, 2020, my mother was recently named the Administrative Director of New Teacher Development over the Chicago Teachers Union. After my grandmother passed on August 28, 1996, the community came together and had a street named after her on the north side of Chicago for her outstanding work in the black and brown community. Thank you.